I'm bored. A young parishioner told me that once. I replied, "That's good," and proceeded to explain that boredom could compete with necessity as the mother of invention. When we are constantly busy, we fail to notice possibilities. How often we hear that church services are boring. Usually the response is that it's boring only to those who fail to take an active part in it. In our Byzantine Catholic Church, there is certainly much opportunity to enter into the divine services. The building, the temple itself, elicits interaction. Our God is a God of surprises, of the new, of the now as it projects into the future. Life in union with Him is never boring. Challenging, but never boring. A member of one of our parishes sent me an article in which theological analyst David Hart was quoted. He suggested that European society is suffering from a metaphysical boredom, or boredom with the mystery, passion, and adventure of life itself. Boredom with the mystery of life? He suggests that this disease of the human spirit will be responsible for the demise of Europe as we know it. The riots in France by frustrated immigrants, especially Muslims, spotlight the possibility of such an end. The atheistic humanism that became popular with the Enlightenment and, according to the French Jesuit André de Lubac, resulted in the decisions that brought on World Wars I and II, intended to provide humanity with freedom. In fact, atheistic humanism is inevitably inhuman humanism, an attention to the this-worldly and the exclusion of God to the point of becoming bored with life itself. In forming the European Union, no mention is made of the influence of Christianity in its history, but in the words of the article mentioned above, one of European civilization's deepest and most distinctive cultural characteristics is the conviction that life is not just one thing after another. Europe learned that from its faith in the God of the Bible. Pope Benedict warns of the effect of civilizations losing Christian values. He mentioned that moderns are positing that the only valid values are individual rights and freedom, defined as sheer personal willfulness. Such values outside the right context rob society of its soul. In a recent The Church Messenger editorial, Protopresbyter Lawrence Barriger writes of apathy as a most deadly sin. Apathy is a close relative to boredom, but with much more disastrous results. Father Barriger relates that the size of the congregations is not the problem, but rather the attitude of those who are members. Our true strength is our inner strength. With apathy, that strength erodes. As society will collapse with a boredom with life, the Church will not be effective if its members allow apathy or boredom to rule. Let us allow the boredom with matters temporal to move us to realize the excitement, the mystery, the passion, the adventure of life in God. We will each benefit. Our Church will benefit. Society will benefit.